Alright, long time no see. So what I have for you guys today is the SMOK RPM 160. I literally just got this yesterday, so let's set it all up and I'll give you guys a breakdown. Alright, so here it is, the SMOK RPM 160 kit. As you can see, box comes in the typical SMOK fashion. And you open it, there you go, really nice and pretty. Now the surprise is when I opened this, I was not expecting it. This is absolutely massive. This is gigantic. It's like, I had the SMOK RPM 40, which I did a review, which is this tiny little thing. Look at it. This is just big. Alright, we'll get into it a little bit more. So what do we have in the box? We got a little warning card saying use only proper qualified batteries, yada yada yada, and we don't need this because we know our crap. We got a little certificate of authenticity and warranty, the instruction manual that we are actually not going to read. We got the little bag of silica gel, don't eat this. You got a little charging cable, you got two coils, and I'll get into the coils in a bit. Let me just try and pull these out. I'm just going to put them here on the side, and you got the device, the SMOK RPM. It comes on a carbon, what's the name of this? 7-color carbon fiber, which is a really nice pattern, and you guys will have the, the privilege of seeing me doing this satisfying. Look at this, nice, and you can actually do it in the back as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now the device itself, it comes with a little LED display, the firing button, these two buttons to regulate the wattage, and the little charging port. It takes two 1850 batteries, or 1860, which are here on the bottom port, so you have to slide this and lift it up. As you can see, it says A, B, the positive and the negative clearly displayed, which we will then insert these two batteries, and then once you press it and you slide it downwards. Once you do it, it will show up here saying SMOK, and you press 5 times, it's turned on, it says RPM 160. Now, piece of advice, when you turn this for the first time, it will default to 160 watts, so don't prim the coils without checking this first, because you will burn one coil immediately. So here you have the firing button, and it will say no atomizer, and then here you have the up button to increase the wattage, the lower button to increase the wattage. It goes on increments of 1, and it goes all the way up to 160. And then if you press again, it starts at 5, so it's nice. The display though, although it shows all the information, because you see you got the voltage, the wattage, your puff counter, the timer here for the puffs. I'm not sure. I'll see if I can zoom this in a little bit so you guys can actually, as you can see, you got your, when you press the button it says no atomizer, and then you can see the displays. So you got your puff counter here, and you got your timer here that really looks like when you press the button it starts counting the timer. And as you can see here, you got the lock button. So little normal functions is if you press 3 times, 1 2 3, it locks the power, and if you press it, it says power locked, as you can see, and if you press 1 2 3, it unlocks, right? And then if you press the power button and the down button, I will say no atomizer, but see, puff clear, it clears the puff counter. And if you press these two buttons, the up and the down button at the same time, it says wattage locked, right? So this avoids you having it in your pocket and messing up with your wattage. If you want to unlock it, you just press it twice again, wattage unlocked, right? Which is not bad. Now, speaking of the atomizer itself, it's connected to the actual casing device by magnets, and really strong magnets, because you really, as you can see, you got little magnets here, and then you got your posts that gives you the power, and here got the magnets here. As you can see, listen to this, it is strong, and it's actually quite hard to take it out. It just goes crazy, right? to get the coil out, you literally, to get this ready, you just literally go in, shove the coil in, put it back, and there it goes, ready to fire. But before I do that, you can actually see the little port here where you put the liquid. Now, this is where you start getting the cons, which is, I've literally bent a nail backwards trying to open this thing. You will need a set of pliers or really strong fingers to open this thing. It's not horrible, but it's like, it will get looser the more you use it. But the first time I literally had to get a set of pliers and just grab it and yank it out because it was horrible. And then you fill in your liquid. This takes a gigantic capacity of 7.5 milliliters, which is big. It's really big. So props to Smok for that. Now it comes for the thing that literally grinds my gears, the coil. So as you can see, and I'm gonna zoom this in for you guys to be able to see properly and focus. This is the coil. It's a, as they call it, it is a SMOK RPM coil, and it says here on the coil, I'm not sure if you guys can see it properly because it's a little bit wet. It's 0.15 ohms. It goes from 40 to 90 watts, and it's best at 70 to 80 watts. Not bad, standard RPM coils. It's not a big issue. What pisses me off is that you can see the little wires from the coils, because this is a mesh coil. If you look inside, you can actually see the mesh, and here is where you have the little ends of it to do the positive and negative. All in all, it's not a bad thing, but, and I'll show you, once you put this on the device itself, as you can see, the wires are still visible, and once you put it on the actual mod, let me just lower the wattage, you can see it here. Let's see if I can actually get you guys to look at the coils, little posts for the coils. I will get you guys a white background, nothing better than the actual Smok box. See the wires? Now, this is for the airflow and stuff. Okay, fair enough, the airflow goes in and everything else. But these are the positive and negative. They get hot. Now, if you put this in your pocket, and if you have lint on your pocket, and if you know, you have shit in your pocket, you know, cotton and stuff, if it goes inside this will set on fire, basically. And that's my biggest gripe with this device. There was no need to have these coils showing those wires here. No need at all. There was no need to build a coil. They could have just covered it, or find, like, you know, put a little mesh, I don't know, a little grid, something to stop these things, because I think it's just a stupid idea. But either way, let's fill this up, and for you guys today I'm going to be using the Charlie's Chalk Dust Pachamama, the strawberry guava jackfruit. I'll put this in, and then we'll see how this actually behaves. So, take the pod off. You can actually do this with the pod on, but I just found that it's not really practical. Let's try and open this, but here you go. So you open this, you put it on the side, you get your liquid, and you just literally squeeze it all the way in, get some liquid on. It's weird to see the liquid going up and down. The plastic is a bit transparent, so you'll actually be able to see how much liquid you actually have. And now if you press the button, you see how quickly this will fire. It's actually fires quite quick. So as they say, it comes with the newest IQ160 chip, which is a really fast chip. So let's disassemble this setup and get to the moment of truth, the vaping. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how it behaves. Not bad, not bad. It's really good with the flavor. As I have to give it this to Smok, they really know how to pull out, you know, the flavor from their coils. It's good, not bad. All in all, not bad. Apart from the little detail that I've mentioned earlier about the coil, which I think is just an absolutely stupid idea. Also, it has too much airflow for my taste. I want a little bit more restricted. And it's the size. This thing is just massive. not what you expect from a pod system. The tank capacity is absolutely gigantic, which is a good thing, but again, wouldn't call this a pod system. It's mostly like a plastic-made RTA on a specific device for that RTA, because I've never seen a pod that takes this much amount of liquid. All in all, if I had to rank it from 0 to 10, this would get a 7 for the looks and everything else. For the aspect of the wires on the coil, I would give it a 4, because I really don't want this to explode or set my pants on fire. The display is a little bit too small, as I mentioned, but it's not a bad device at all. I won't go out of my way to get this. It has the nice advantage of having the batteries and everything else, but I think you can get better pod mods in the market that will provide you better flavor and everything else. You know what? This is all I have for you guys today, so stay tuned and I shall see you all next week.